All right, fellas. Second episode.
Yes, sir.
How we doing? How's everybody doing this weekend?
I'm doing amazing. Doing great. This is one of the best weeks that I've ever had.
Why?
Why such a good week?
I just love life. We'll talk about it. There's some things that need to be discussed. Some repenting that needs to be done. But it's okay.
Never.
No, here we go.
Never.
No, it's fine. How's y'all's weekends been?
Cool. Watching basketball. Same shit every weekend, really, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't
nice.
do too much, man.
we're
There's
just
not really
straight
too much to
chilling.
do. They did open up Nashville, though, Mitch. So,
Yeah, I saw that.
hey, Mitch.
I know. It's dangerous. The bank account is in peril at this point.
I don't think I'm going out there no time soon. So,
Fuck no, dude. $15 for a Bud Light? Absolutely not.
Where's that at?
Everywhere in Nashville.
every bar on Broadway.
Good Lord.
Dude, did I not tell you that story? When we went out for Hunter's bachelor, and I bought him his first drinks.
I don't think so.
Dude asked us. I think we got like some Red Bull and vodkas or whatever. He's like, "Y'all want doubles?" I was like, yeah. This is Hunter's bachelor party. Yeah, why not? I gave the dude a 50, I think. He gave me back a 10. I said, "Hey man, I gave you back 50." He was like, "Yeah, it was $40." I said, "Oh." I was like, "No, never again." I said, "Never again." I was like, I told Hunter straight up. I was like, "Dude, like, that's probably your only one for me, dog. Like, how you gonna lie to you?"
That's your present.
Yeah, man. But it was a good time. But yeah, Nashville was just too much. I would just get a case and drink with the boys or something, or a 6-pack.
Finis, you got an Apple Watch?
I do not have Apple Watch.
Damn. You need to get an Apple Watch and start tracking my fitness with me.
Tracking.
I got one. Yeah, I got one today. Didn't realize how cool that stuff is, man.
Is it an app?
Yeah, it's a little fitness app. So I did a little walk today, get it warmed up. Gonna go start lifting tomorrow. I did a 23-minute walk, 1.12 miles, and I had 140 active calories and then 187 total calories, whatever the fuck that means.
Will it work on a phone?
Yeah, you get it through your phone, but it's the Apple Watch
that has the accelerator on it?
Yeah, I guess.
No.
But yeah, it keeps track of the shit, man. It's pretty cool. You can see everything you're burning.
Oh
and
yeah,
stuff like
I have
that.
seen people like post that on their stories and stuff after workouts.
But yeah, my buddy Nick, he uses it for his business. So like, if he's training people over the like virtually or whatnot, people buying his programs like they live across the country and they have an Apple Watch, he can look and see what their heart rate and all that shit was doing during the workout and kind of use it as a way to help them out.
Right. You talking Nick Walker?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I've been seeing his stuff. His content looks good.
Yeah.
We're supposed to get him on the podcast like what, a month ago, 2 months ago?
Yeah, man. I told him we was planning a date back when I was either back home or that week after.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he's been super busy with all the stuff he's launching.
Yeah, so we need to get him on here, have y'all two go at it with fitness. Me and Calvin can ask our questions.
You get Ben on here. Ben Beavers just talking about fatherhood. He got 2 little boys, so
damn.
Yeah, man.
2?
Finis, why you acting crazy over there like you don't want 8?
Yeah, for real.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, for real.
No, I'm saying I knew he had one, but I didn't know he had. Did he just have another one, or he already had one?
I want to say he's like 8 months now, 8 or 9 months, maybe somewhere around that.
And how old? Yeah. How old's the oldest?
The oldest one is about like almost 2, I think, if not 2 yet.
Oh, see, I didn't know he had them that close.
Yeah, man. He had the youngest one during COVID, and I was just like, shit. I was like, I bet that was just a scary time period, you know?
Oh, yeah. Dang. Yeah. Oh, we'll reach out. We'll reach out.
Definitely.
So I've meant to bring this up last podcast, but things got a little heated, so I forgot to bring it up. Where was it? I'm looking for it. I don't know the kid's school. It was a D2 school, but y'all hear about the kid? Here it is. It was FAU. Y'all hear about the kid from FAU? Baseball player from FAU?
No.
All right, listen to this shit. This man's first college at bat was a grand slam, right? First time stepping up at bat.
Okay.
This is where it gets crazy. His second time stepping up at bat was a grand slam. And it was in the same inning. What is the odds? What is the odds that that'll ever happen again? 2 grand slams in the same inning, and it was his first back-to-back bats.
Hold on.
Freshman.
So he had batted 2 times in 1 inning.
Yes, he batted 2 times in 1 inning.
That
2
pitcher's
grand
ass.
slams.
Pitcher's awful.
I'm sure they were switching up with it. But yeah, they hit. He did it twice, and he was a freshman, so his first ever college at bat. 2 grand slams. That man will play baseball for another 10 years, 15 years, whatever it is, whenever he will never, ever beat that feeling. And he got that as a freshman in college, man. I feel bad for him. Honestly, he's never going to be able to beat that.
No, he peaked early. Very early.
God, bro. Now everybody's expecting that from him every
time.
time.
Yeah.
It's like,
he'll never be able to get that feeling again. But good for him.
Maybe he's like that at batting, though. I don't know.
Maybe
he's like that at batting, but I don't know if the situation he'll come through like that.
He plays at FAU. It's a pretty decent school.
I guess I don't know. Only thing I know is Vanderbilt's the top dog, and that's it.
Oh yeah, that's about as far as my baseball knowledge goes. I do know a little bit about. I watch postseason baseball, so I'll watch the Dodgers and the Yankees and shit when it's postseason. But other than that, my ass ain't watching baseball in May, June, July.
I've been getting into different sports and stuff and all that, so been pretty.
It's hard to sit down and watch a baseball game, man. They run into the same problem with the NBA. It's borderline. Sometimes it's hard for me to watch NBA at the beginning of the season because there's so many damn games that it's you watch them lose and it's that game didn't really mean shit. It's they lost, but who cares?
So many.
Yeah.
That's why football's king, man. You get 16 games in football, and that's it. You lose your first 2 games, you're pretty much fucked for the rest of the season.
Unless you can pick it up somehow.
Uh-huh.
So, oh well.
All right, but speaking of sports, let's talk about the Lakers because they look a little rough right now. They need help.
AD's more important than we thought he was.
Well, I knew he was. I knew he was important because without AD, I know if let's say AD wasn't on the team with everything they have now, you take away AD, I think they still make the playoffs, but just barely, maybe 7th, 8th seed. But I knew it was a problem when he was going to be out. But I think looking at the Nets, looking at the Clippers, the Jazz, all these other teams, I think AD coming back, it'll probably help them a little bit. They need one more. I don't think AD and LeBron is enough. Now, obviously, Dennis Schroeder was also out for a while, which is big. But I think they're really hurting in the post play.
Let's not have overreaction Sunday over here, Finis. They're gonna be fine. We're talking about LeBron. We're talking about AD. They won them a chip last year. They got a better roster than they had last year. They'll be fine.
Debatable.
What you mean debatable?
From paper, it is.
On paper, yeah, obviously on paper. But watching them play, I've watched pretty much every single Laker game that's watchable. It's a different team. I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it, but
you think it's they don't have enough post presence? Is that what it is?
That's what it feels like. Because even when you look at Dwight Howard, very, very important to that team last year. I'm mad they let Dwight Howard go. Even though I'm not a fan of JaVale McGee, he was a factor, especially defensively and offensively. He just clean up man, stuff like that.
Let's not act like they didn't pick up Marc Gasol and Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, but
McGee and Dwight.
No, I gotta say something.
You're right, but Marc Gasol, he's not.
Those dudes aren't like.
They're not doing any. Well, Marc Gasol is playing good defense, but offensively, he's not really doing anything. That's what I'm talking about. Like offensively,
I think it comes to like just their bigs not being as mobile as they used to be, or being as strong. Like you got Dwight, like that's a big dude, just from just shoulders and everything. Like JaVale, he's an athletic big. You got Montrezl, like he's good, but he's an undersized center. You got Marc Gasol, that's on his way out the league. Like,
he's averaging 4 or 5 points. He's averaging 4.6 points a game.
Don't get me wrong, he's a vet and everything, but it's just like the way today NBA bigs are just they're more skilled. Like they can take you off the dribble now. They got a little jumper now. Like it's all different. It's a different game. So,
all right. So Montrezl Harrell, is that Montrez? There's an L at the end of that.
Yeah, it's silent.
Okay, gotcha. I looked up his stats. Montrezl Harrell, he comes off the bench, right?
Right.
He's got his last couple games, 17, 16, 26, 18, 10, 17. We'll ignore the 4, 14, 20, 21. I mean, that boy's giving you some offensive games.
You're right.
Disrespect Montrez.
Yeah, no, we're not saying that. Like, 6th man of the year. Like, I'm glad they got Montrezl Harrell. I like him as a starter. They don't start him. I think they should start him. Especially with AD being out, they need to start him at the 4 and Marc Gasol at the 5. I think it'd be a better lineup for him. But he brings the offense. But it's like they have Montrezl Harrell and then they have Marc Gasol. And it's almost like the way they use them is when they need defensive presence, size, they put in Marc Gasol because Montrezl Harrell's undersized. Then when they need the offense to run, they got to pull Marc Gasol out and put in Montrezl Harrell because he's got the offense. He plays great defense too, but in certain matchups, the size difference is too much to overcome.
Sounds so like there's no flow. There's no flow.
Right. So they got to switch dudes out. It's almost like if they could just get them a guy. I'm not trying to say whatever. Anyway, look, they just get them a guy that can play both ways and still get you 12, 14, average 12, 14 points a game. It'd be a lot more flow to have to take guys in and out and also constantly switching stuff up. That's how it feels. It just feels weird.
The problem is I'm going to make this statement without looking at it, but I'm going to look at it first. I'm going to assume that he's the problem. It's Kyle Kuzma. I'm assuming that his stats are not where they need to be. I don't know if I'm being blasphemous. Yeah. All right. 4, 5, 14, 23, 16, 7. We need better. We need him to be better.
He's just inconsistent. That's all.
Yeah.
He'll put up the numbers. You just don't know which night.
The problem is he doesn't have an identity. Who is he?
He's the guy that comes off the bench and they say, keep our lead or eat away at this deficit while LeBron's on the bench.
Finis, I just got kicked out of the app, by the way.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
But yeah, Kyle Kuzma, he just doesn't have – there's no identity with him. He doesn't know what he is. I don't know what he is. What is he? Is he a spot-up shooter? Is he going to slash for you? Is he going to get boards? Like, what the hell is – so you tell me, because I don't think he knows. I don't know. I don't think LeBron knows. I don't think anybody knows what he is.
You know what he reminds me of? He kind of reminds me of Victor Oladipo and, like, Zach LaVine a little bit with their careers. When Zach LaVine came into the league, like, we knew he was going to be good. We just didn't know how good. And now you see him taking off. Victor Oladipo, he's just in a bad situation right now with the teams and everything. They're on a 10-game losing streak that I was telling Finis. But with him, he kind of had to find his identity when he went to the Pacers. You know, when he went to the Pacers, that's when that's when his name was buzzing around the league a little bit. You know, he's getting more notice. I feel like the same thing with Kyle Kuzma. He's just trying to figure it out. Like, he can do a little bit of everything. We've seen it, but we just don't know, like, what can he do good consistently on a given night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of his play style, but like
I don't know what his play style is.
I mean, dude,
he's just like he can do a little bit of everything, but like that's literally how they use him. When LeBron sits, they put him in, and he basically just play pickup, like just go play AAU ball. If they're up by 20, they want when LeBron sits, he goes in, he tries to keep the 20-point lead. Or if they're down, LeBron needs to sit. He goes in, he tries to either maintain the deficit if it's a 5-point deficit, maintain it, Or if it's like a 20-point deficit, get it down to 12. So when LeBron comes in, it's manageable kind of thing. That's kind of how they use them. It's just go in there, keep us afloat.
See, I think that might be the problem is that with LeBron's play style and who LeBron is, I don't think a player like that fits well on his team. I feel like the players LeBron needs is they need to know who they are, what they're going to do, and what they're going to bring to the table. They need to know their role, right? Everybody says that role players around LeBron or whatnot to win. I think that's true. I think they just get his own lane and stay in, as Calvin would say, right? Do him stay out the fucking way, right? Exactly. And he just doesn't have that. Like he's got to figure out what he is and then do it well. And then LeBron can play off that, right? Yeah. But you can't come out here one night and be dropping 27, and the next night go 2 for 11 and drop in 4 points. You just can't do it.
Yeah, but that's one reason why he comes off the bench. Because if he was more consistent, I think he'd be a better player than Caldwell Pope and should start over Caldwell Pope. But the fact that he has his identity is in question and the inconsistency is probably why he comes off the bench.
It's a shame, man. You got all the talent in the world too.
Dude, he has an NBA like player type. Like, what is he like? What 6'8"? What is he? 6'8", 6'9"?
He's 6'10". He's 6'10".
Yeah, he's tall as shit.
6'10", bro. Now he can play the 3, the 4. Now he can shoot, obviously.
Yeah.
He can definitely play a 3, bro. He can play a 3.
Oh, for sure.
He can play a 3.
I don't know what the hell he is, but we'll see. The Lakers about to come on. They're about to play the Warriors. Oh, they're about to play the Warriors. Finis. Let's talk about
when.
Let's have a
right now.
Coming up next.
At 7:15.
Finis.
Oh.
What's been going on, man? What's been going on with this 11, 12, and 19 assists? Triple-double through the third quarter. Hey, repent.
Man, look, I said what I said.
Look, repent. He put the glasses on. Repent. I want to hear it. I want to hear the apology. Apologize to my boy Draymond.
Are you done?
This is an anomaly. The night before, dropped 12, 9, and 11.
Are you
Come
done?
on now. Stop it. We're done. There's no more conversation. Draymond is a stud. Goes out there and does what he wants. 19 assists. There's some point guards in the league that have played 15-year careers and never got 19 assists. Draymond did, though. So I don't want to hear him not being an offensive threat. I don't want to hear anything about it, okay? This league is not about who can score 25 to 30 a game. This league is about knowing exactly what the hell you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. And Draymond does that. 19 assists. Triple-double through 3 quarters. Get out of here. I want to hear your apology tour.
All right.
Ready.
Now that you've laid the groundwork, let me hit my rebuttal. First off, I never once, you can run the tape back. I never once questioned this man's role playingness. I agreed with you when you said he's the greatest role player to ever play. I agreed. I firmly agree. He's a fantastic role player, fantastic defender. He's truly going to be unfortunately, he's going to be a future Hall of Famer. Now,
you said Dennis Rodman was a better offensive player than him. Do you know how insulting that is?
I did not say that. But let me finish.
Mitch, we got to go back and roll the tape.
Now, look.
Mitch, we're going to do some investigating.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Now, look, wait a minute. Now, look, if you look at the numbers, all right, I'm not going to go. Let me handle the current situation first. Okay? Because, like we said, I never questioned his role playingness. I never questioned. All I stated was people, the media, and just people that I know that are huge Warrior fans. They're super biased. Yeah, go ahead and get ready. All I said was his offense isn't as great or as people are making it out to be. That's all I said. Now, here's the thing. When you are surrounded by the greatest shooter to have ever played the game, when you're surrounded by young talent like Kelly Oubre, when you're surrounded or when you have a coach like Steve Kerr in your corner and you're the greatest role player to ever play, yeah, you're probably going to get a lot of triple doubles because you're going to distribute the ball, you're going to rebound, you're going to get your 10 boards, 10 points, whatever. You're going to get your triple doubles. Here's my thing. He's going to get assists. He's not a true post player. He's undersized. Yes, he's a great defender, though. He can defend the post. He's not a true post. So what he does is a little bit of everything because that's what the team needs him to do because he's a great role player. That's all I'm saying. So 19 assists, that's fantastic. Get your 19 assists playing with the greatest one of the greatest scorers, purest shooters to ever play. With a coach like Steve Kerr on your side, get your 19 assists. Your 19 assists one game. Get your 19 assists one game. Now let's not act like now it'd be different if he was averaging 19 assists. He's not averaging this nothing. He got 19
Stop
assists.
The cap. Stop the cap.
So he's averaging 19 assists a game? That's what you're saying?
The cap over there, Finis.
Are you telling me he's averaging 19 assists a game?
This is the cap of justice. This is what we bring out.
So you're telling me he's averaging 19 assists a game?
No, I never said that, but you're literally capping.
How am I? Name me what's one thing I said that is false.
You're just hating on Draymond over there. You're just hating on Draymond, and the cap has to come out.
That's not what capping means.
I just want to hear you say. I want to hear you say. I want to hear you.
That's not how capping works.
I want to hear you say that Draymond Green is a good offensive player.
He's not. He's not.
Cap.
He's not.
That is the cap. He is a good offensive player. He had 19 assists. What is this? 19 assists, 11 assists, 12 assists, 3 assists, 9 assists, 16 assists, 11 assists, 8 assists, 11 assists. He's averaging 8.7 assists a game.
All right, and look, all I'm saying is you can't take assist and use it as your front-running argument for an offensive player.
Why not?
Because
what's wrong with being able to
because if you look at the team he's on, that matters. The fact that he's playing with Kelly Oubre, James Wiseman, and he's got Steve. Like, if you look at the team he's on, that makes a difference because he's surrounded by scorers and shooters. If you put him on a team that has terrible shoot, like if you put him on a team where he's the primary, he has to be the one to go get the bucket. He doesn't get 19 assists. He has Stephen Curry on his team.
So by your train of thought here, Finis, John Stockton wasn't a very good offensive player because he had Karl Malone around to pump up his assist numbers, right?
No. That's not necessarily what I'm saying. I said you can't use it as the front runner as your argument. You can't use it as the front runner. It's a factor, yes. It's a factor, but you can't use it as your front running argument, is what I'm saying.
The cap.
You can't use it as your front running argument. Because if you're averaging, so you're telling me somebody that averages, we're not talking about Draymond, but just somebody, let's say they averaged 3 points a game and 10 assists a game in a year. They average that. Are you telling me they're a good offensive player? Or if they average 4 points and 10 assists?
Draymond's averaging 5 points right now.
I'm not talking about
8 assists.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if they averaged 4 points a game. This is not Draymond, just a random person. You're just looking at the stats. If they average 4 points a game and 10 assists a game, are you telling me that's a great offensive player?
I said it's a great playmaker. I don't say necessarily like a great offensive player.
Well, here's where it gets dicey. When you talk about playmaking, you have to watch that because if you make a pass, you can get an assist without being a playmaker. You just read it. You know what I'm saying. So playmaking is dicey in an argument because that's more you got to see it. Because if he makes the assist happen, that's playmaking. Now, if somebody gets set a back screen and the dude's wide ass open, you pass the ball, that's not playmaking ability. That's just getting the ball to a wide open man. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So playmaking is dicey when you use that argument. So it depends on how all of it goes. And that's why I'm saying when you look at these 19 assists, if there were 19 assists and this man was out there with the handles and doing like all, it's one thing. Now I'm not trying to knock, like that's fantastic, that's great. I'm not hating on him. Look, I'm not hating on Draymond. Let me make this clear. I am not hating on Draymond.
He's hating on Draymond.
No, I'm hating on the hype that's around Draymond. because people go around acting like he's the greatest shit since sliced bread. He's not.
I mean,
that's all I'm saying.
What do you want on your team? And I'll keep bringing this argument back up, and I just will never understand why you hate him so much, because he should be your favorite player. The way he plays, you should love him. And I don't know why you don't.
That's not how I play.
He is 10 toes in the trenches every single play. He is in the trenches. There's never plays off for that man. His motor's it's a comment.
And his motor becomes a liability sometimes.
He's unselfish. He does what needs to be done. He's a champion, multiple time champion.
Yeah, but let's not use the champion thing, because that's a team. We're talking about an individual. So be careful using rings as an argument.
He's important on that team. He's important on those teams.
He is important. I understand all that. I told you, I'm not hating on him. I hate the media and the hype around him. Not him. What's the shit around him? It's what I hate. This.
Oh man!
If the people weren't hyping him up, I'd have no problem. But I have a friend. His favorite player is Draymond. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with your favorite player being Draymond. But when he comes in the group message sideways, glorifying Draymond's offense, I mean, like, you don't understand. Like, you would, if you didn't know basketball, you would have thought Draymond was in like the top 10 list of scoring all time. That's how much this dude hypes up this misconception of Draymond's offensive presence. Don't get me wrong. He can get the assists. He'll go in the trenches. When you need a bucket, that's not the guy you're going to. This dude comes in acting like Draymond's the guy to go get the bucket. He's not the guy to go get the bucket. He's not. You agree with? Please tell me you agree with at least that.
Yes. Okay, that's all Nobody's saying that.
That's all I'm saying.
That offense is more important than scoring. You can't have somebody that is out there facilitating and a game manager that's out there dropping 19 assists, 11 assists, 16 assists, 9 assists, and
3 assists. But that's not what
I'm saying. With 3 assists, that's fine.
but the original argument wasn't his offense; it was his scoring. The original argument was his scoring, not his offense.
But you're saying that he's not a good offensive player because he does not score.
Offensive presence.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
No, I'm not saying he's bad. I didn't say he was terrible. I just don't think he's in that list up there when you think about offensive presence in the NBA. When you think about guys who have a dominant offensive presence in the game, is Draymond in your top 20? Is he up there in your list? No, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I've been in my top 50, to be honest.
You said that's all I'm saying.
I mean, to be completely honest, no.
We being real. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to see Draymond go to a different team and see if he does have that scoring mentality. If he does,
he's retiring with the Warriors.
He better.
He ain't never leaving that organization.
I don't want
him too much.
Yeah, I don't want to see him to go anywhere else.
Oh, I mean, I don't wish that on him, but it would be interesting just to see. And the thing too, if it does happen, it would be like when he's like almost done with the league. Yeah.
Look, I'm like Kermit.
He'll never be washed up.
I mean, yeah. If you average 5 points a game, you can pretty much average that. So I mean, you're right. You're right, man.
I'm looking at his stats. He's never averaged more. In 2015, he averaged 14 points a game. That's the highest that he has. He's just a role player, man. He's the best role player that's ever lived.
I agree.
Bar none. Nobody's
agree.
better role player than him. And his offensive presence cannot be denied.
You can deny
and his defensive presence definitely can't be denied.
It's phenomenal. But offensively, you can let it slide.
Bro, he got to shut the hell up, though, sometimes. He really do.
It's just how he is, man. You got to let Dre be Dre.
I understand that, but that junk can cost you the games that obviously we've seen before.
Yeah, I agree with you, but that's just him. He can burn down the house or he can make you a 5-star meal. There's no in between with them.
It's a great way to put it.
Those are the guys that you want on your team, though. Passionate about every game.
Yeah, like R.J. Smith. When he hot, but he can also lose you the championship.
R.J. Smith.
J.R. Smith. You tripping.
What are you on?
This. Don't worry about what's in
it. Yo, let's talk about these all-star snubs, though, bro. Honestly, who is behind the decision making, and what are they looking at? Are they looking at social media, or are they looking at actual numbers? Cause I just want to know.
Well,
I just really just want to know.
it gets tough because there's limited spots. So I guess.
But D Book, you didn't put D Book up there.
Who would you have taken out?
Let me see.
That's what I'm saying. I was looking.
Yeah, I actually need to pull up this list of who's.
That's what I'm saying. I was looking at the roster. I was like, man, I don't know who I'd pull out. It's tough. It's tough. It's for sure tough.
Look,
Chris Paul made the All-Star team, right?
Yes.
You better.
Yeah, he made it. And then Zach LaVine made it. I was actually pissed. He didn't. Well, when they had the starters, he wasn't whatever. But I'm glad he made it.
Yeah, Zion's low key averaging 25, 3, and 7. What the hell?
Yeah, he's going.
Oh yeah, I don't think that. Yeah. You got a point there, Finis.
Yeah, it's tough.
I don't know who you pull out.
It's tough. It's just
there's always going to be a snub, man.
Yeah, it's always going to be a snub.
Well, I do see Rudy made it, so he's not crying this year.
Oh yeah, that dude.
Yeah, you got a point, man.
Okay, so he got in. He got in for Book. Got in for Anthony Davis.
Right. And then
Sabonis got in for Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not pulling anybody for Devin Booker.
You can't pull Steph. Can't pull Luka. Definitely. Yeah, you can't pull Dan. Can't pull. Yeah.
It's just a limited number of spots. It's tough because just like last year, Bradley Beal, 30 points, average 30 points a game, didn't make it. It's just tough.
Did I talk to y'all last podcast about my thoughts on CP3? Did we go over that?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't at all, to be honest.
I don't think so.
No.
Are they good or bad?
All right. So listen, CP3 has not had a losing season on a team since 2009. And the reason he had a losing season in 2009 was because man broke his leg or something like that. And they were 23 and 22 by the time he had broke his leg or whatever injury took him out. CP3, and this is going to sound blasphemous at first, but you know how I always make the argument that there's two adults in the league, and it's LeBron and it's Steph. Everybody else is just ultra talented. LeBron and Steph, you build your franchise around. I need to add CP3 to that list. You build a franchise around CP3. Even though he's 34, I'm not saying you do it now, but based on his career and who he is, I think he might go down as one of the most underappreciated players that's ever played purely because he's never gotten to the championship or had the chip. Right. That man wins everywhere. He has 5 All-Stars. Think of this. He has 5 All-Stars appearances with 5 different teams. He had one with the Rockets, Thunder, Hornets, got on with the Suns and the Clippers. I don't know that anybody's ever done that. I don't think there's been another player that's ever done that. Wherever he goes, they win. He's just a winner.
It's just too like the whole fact like what he did pulled off with OKC. Like what was the percentage chance? What was the percentage chance of getting in?
Like 2 or something like that.
Crazy. Damn near you might as well packed it up and just say go home, bro. Like it's not happening. But somehow they went in there and forced what, game 7? Forced game 7? Was it against Jazz? Was it the Jazz?
Last year? Yeah. Oh, did they? They did, didn't they?
Yeah, was it? They went 7 games with the Jazz, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't remember. Something like that.
I don't know, but just off of that, bro, just crazy. And that's an old Chris Paul. Matter of fact, that's old Chris Paul. We ain't talking about Hornets Chris Paul.
Yeah, I think he's such a ball distributor. He just makes the people around him better.
He's so crafty to shoot the ball.
You look at it, man, you go back to 2016, 2017 when he had the Warriors down 3-2 going into game 6 and he got hurt. James Harden couldn't finish the dinner.
Oh,
Warriors went in, and that was the Kevin Durant Warriors too. Had them down 3-2 with James Harden on his team. I mean, that team, you go and look at it, at that Houston team, and it was more talented than Golden State. It was just deeper, straight up from the Golden State obviously was top heavy, but from bottom to top, it was just a deeper team. And James Harden couldn't do it, but Chris Paul got him 3-2. So, I mean, that man's disrespected, and he should go down as one of the – I don't know why they tried to do it with the Hornets at the time because New Orleans was the Hornets. They tried to build the franchise around them, but I guess they just couldn't get any free agents to go down there.
Dude,
the Clippers, I mean – he goes to the Clippers. Think about it. He goes to the Clippers. What the hell is Blake Griffin doing now? I mean, sitting on the bench waiting to get traded. Like, made Blake Griffin. Did he make Blake Griffin who Blake Griffin is this whole time? Like, I mean,
maybe
people fall apart. What's OKC doing this year? You know, they ain't making the playoffs.
Yo, does Chris Paul have any defensive awards?
I don't. I know he's led the league 5 different years in steals.
Bro, because, like, I think people – like, he's undersized as hell for a point guard. Like, what is he, like, listed, like, what, 6 foot?
Yeah.
Like, he might be, like, 5'11" or some shit. But that man is, like –
yeah.
Like, his defense is, like, ball stopping. Like, I'm cutting you off, making you switch and stuff. And to be able to go on the offensive side and do that, too, like, it's crazy. I agree with you on that, bitch.
He's listed at 6'1".
No, but I do agree with you on that. Like, the most underappreciated, like, player. Like, I do agree with you on that. Definitely, for sure.
He has all defensive honors 9 times, led the NBA in steals 6 times. The record 6 times. Nobody's done that, and led the NBA in assists 4 times. Yeah, he's a straight-up bona fide baller, man.
Sheesh.
And he goes out there, man. You gotta love his motor too. Got that kind of Draymond energy to him, just more controlled.
He's got that.
Go out there, talk his shit.
At mid range,
that Westbrook energy,
bro. Yeah. He gets you in a one-on-one situation. Make him
stay in the front.
Start dancing on you. It's over.
Oh yeah.
He's
just smart. It just nobody ever built no franchise ever like truly built around him. So we never got to see that. But yeah, I think the 3 adults in the league are Steph, LeBron, and Chris Paul.
That brings up an interesting thing I want to bring up. You remember the league denied the trade for Chris Paul to go to the Lakers or whatever?
Uh-huh.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about it like Shaq was never in the situation. You just put them 2.
Yeah, it would have been Kobe and Chris Paul.
Bro.
They got the same mentality too. I wonder if they're too alpha for each other though. Would they have been too?
No, I don't think so.
You know, Chris Paul was definitely dominating the relationship between him and Draymond. Sure as hell doing it between him and Blake Griffin. He's the leader. Devin Booker's just following whatever Chris Paul says at this point. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander last year and Dennis Schroeder last year. I mean, is he going to walk into that locker room and him, Kobe, going to be able to do what they want to do, or is they going to be butting heads?
I think he's smarter than that, because I think going into those organizations, he came in knowing like he was going to be that guy, and they like when at all the teams he went to, except for maybe Houston, they needed him as their guy kind of thing. I think going to the Lakers, he would have known coming in like Kobe's that, like, he's the face of the Lakers. And obviously I'm sure he's like one of those guys that grew up like watching Kobe and yada yada. So I feel like he would have been smart. And I think it would have worked out because he's not ball dominant. That's so important with guys In teams like that, he's not ball dominant. He can still get you still get you points and assists without being ball dominant. So I think it would have been a good fit just because
I feel like
smart enough for it.
I feel like those are the conversations you have like before like the deal is done. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like those are the things that like, you know, the organization says to you, at least the coaching staff or the head coach, GM, whatever, who the hell it may be. I feel like you just got to have those conversations just coming in, just so you know, just coming in, like, you know, what's expected and stuff. So,
but Kobe Bryant wasn't going to take a Kobe Bryant wasn't going to take a backseat to anybody.
Ever. Oh no,
ever.
No, hell no.
There's just no question about that.
The
question is Chris Paul. You think Chris Paul and LeBron could work on the same team?
Of course, they're like best friends. You know how that is.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I can't believe he's never gone and played with LeBron.
I was listening to an interview Carmelo did, and they were talking about where, so you know that Heat team is supposed to be. It was supposed to be Melo. It was supposed to be Melo, D Wade, and LeBron, but Melo, it fell through and they ended up getting boshed. Well, he's talking about that whole situation where initially it was supposed to be Chris Paul, LeBron James, D Wade, and Carmelo Anthony all on the same team. That's what the initial plan was. He would say that's what the initial plan was. But it all ended up all falling through, yada yada yada. But like they were trying to, at one point they were all trying to get on the same team. It was either supposed to be that, or he said it was supposed to be LeBron and D Wade and Melo and Chris Paul on the same two teams, on two different teams. He said that was the other consideration.
See, Finis, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm a Carmelo hater. I don't like the way he plays. I know. I keep it away from the podcast just because I know that's your boy. But there is no way on earth Carmelo and LeBron would have worked on the same team.
Oh yeah, it would have.
The offense just, and it's, I don't know how he's been in the league this long and he doesn't understand it. But as soon as the ball touches Carmelo's hands, offense stops. There is no more offense. It's Carmelo doing whatever the hell he wants to. And he's going to face up and he's going to hold the ball in the short corner for 5 to 7 seconds, doing 16 jab steps. And he might score sometimes, but that's not going to work with LeBron. That ball needs to be fucking flying.
Hey, but that's how of an elite scorer he was, though, back in the day, bro.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that.
That's
yeah,
how
for sure.
Elite he
for
was.
Sure.
But
for sure. I agree with you.
Now, let me say this. You're right. He did do that, but the team early in his career, because he plays better ball now. I don't know if
he still does that. He still does that on the Trailblazers.
No, he does that now. He didn't do that last year. And the way they utilize him, that's how they have him set up. Especially when he comes off the bench, he becomes the Kyle Kuzma of the Portland Trailblazers. So he comes in when Dame sat, CJ McCollum's out. They were down. They were down almost 20. They put in Melo. They just like, we need you to score. So they set the offense up like that. And he had 14 or 15 of their 19 points in the second quarter. Like, but that's how they utilize him. But let me say this. On the early teams he was on, except maybe not, well, the Nuggets was a little different. But on that Knicks team, he had to be that guy. Because
I don't know that he did.
The team wasn't that, except for maybe the team with the Stoudemire and
I don't even remember who was on his team back then.
He had J.R. Smith. He had Stoudemire.
Yeah, except for maybe that team, but a lot of those teams, that's what it's like when James Harden got to the Rockets, he does the same shit. The exact same shit, but instead of the short corner, it's the top of the key or it's the wing. It's the same shit. Now the
whole damn floor.
Right. It's the same shit. The only difference is now James Harden's on a team with other elite scorers, so now he does distribute the ball more. So it's not necessarily all the time that. So the only difference is just the evolution of the game. Because back then, ISO ball was the thing. When you're fantastic at it, that's what you do.
Finis, now that I'm looking at it, is absolutely absurd. And he did not have to do this. I'm looking at this roster. I'm looking at this roster. This man had Carmelo Anthony, Marcus Camby, Tyson Chandler, Raymond Felton, Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Steve Novak, Pablo Prigioni, Quentin Richardson, Amon Shumpert, J.R. Smith, Amari Stoudemire. Rasheed Wallace. What? How did that team not win a championship?
That's the year he should.
How did that team not win a championship?
That year was the year. That's what I'm saying.
What is this?
What year was that? What year was that?
2012. Steve
look up,
Novak?
Hold on.
Raymond Felton was a straight baller back in the day? Come on now.
You said it was 2012?
Yeah, it's the 2012 roster.
And you had young Tyson Chandler?
Yeah, he had a young Tyson Chandler, young Kenyon Martin, old Jason Kidd.
But the problem is they're young.
No, well, Tyson Chandler was doing him.
Yeah, that was
of course,
the year.
Of course. And I look at this shit, and fucking Carmelo Anthony had averaged 22 shots a game. You just can't. That's just too many shots.
That was just his offense.
No, you can shoot that many times. You just gotta be efficient.
Yeah.
You just gotta be in that 45, 50 range. Like
he was shooting 10 for 22.
He was that year he was
with 2 assists.
45% from the field.
Yeah, no, he's shooting 40, or his field goal shoot. His total.
44.9.
I don't see his total.
44.9.
Yeah. So he's shooting 45. But man, 2 assists.
But
you have 2 assists on that team. You have 2 assists.
But look, listen.
You have J.R. Smith taking 15 shots a game. Good Lord.
But you also have to remember he
8 of those are bad shots.
Earl Barron. I don't really remember Earl Barron either.
But look, here's
14 shots a game.
Here's what you also they ran a fast-paced offense. But here's what you got to remember. He's not a point guard. He's not a point guard type player, period. Like, LeBron is he's a small forward, but he's a point guard type player.
For
Melo
sure.
is not in no sense whatsoever.
But the problem is that Melo is the star on the team. So you're trying to get the ball to Melo. So when you get the ball to Melo, yes, and when you get the ball to Melo, the offense stops. It's all stand around and watch Melo. And this shit still happens on the Trailblazers. It's not like this is an anomaly.
But
that's happened everywhere.
That's how they use them. That's just how they use them.
I think it's more Carmelo's identity. Like
that's what I'm saying.
I know, but he needed to evolve. He needs to be a better player than that. He's going to go down as one of the all-time scorers of all time. He needs to understand his role and understand, hey, I'm the best player on this team. When I get the ball with 16 seconds on the shot clock, it's not the best idea for me to stand in the short corner and do 17 jabs and then shoot the ball. And if he makes it, that's fine, right? He's shooting 45%. I get that. But when the ball's not moving, you're making people like, God forbid, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but J.R. Smith get cold. You're looking at people like Steve Novak, Pablo Prigioni, Raymond Felton, all these people just staying there around, just watching. Oh, ball's in Melo's hands. He's just going to sit there and take a shot.
Because I feel like you get a ball to Melo, bro, like he's not giving it up.
No,
you just know he ain't giving it up.
Yeah,
he's not giving it back,
as soon as it touches his hands.
But
no. He might get it. He might dish it to somebody. He might get it back. As soon as his hands touch it the second time, he is not giving that ball
up.
But
that's his. But you say he got five. That's his role now. That's all I'm saying is on the Trailblazers, the coach doesn't have to use the coach could be like, hey, we're gonna use it like this because there's games he goes in there, he plays 19 minutes, he only gets 4 points and he puts up 4 shots because he's playing a different role when they need him to. And then there's games where he's playing 30-something minutes coming off the bench and the dude's put up 20 shots. It's literally they use him by situation, like now, quite literally by situation.
I mean, Carmelo too. He's probably had one of the biggest green lights that I've seen in the league. So
ever,
the biggest green light. So you take that in account. You got a green light, and you're a player. Like they saying, throw it up, like James Harden did. Just you come across half court, like it's your world. Do what you want. But that's his identity. I'm not hating on him. I'm just saying that's just his ball. That's how he plays.
But you want to know why he didn't get a ring that year? This team called the Miami Heat.
Looking at that roster, they should have given a run at it. I would say that they probably did a first round. Did the New York do a first round exit? They probably definitely first round exited.
I don't know.
Let's see what the playoffs were.
Dude, you gotta think about it too. What was What's the Celtics looking like? They still have KG and all them at that time?
No, they played. No, they. Yeah, they played Miami Heat first round and got 4-1.
Yeah, because you had Chris Bosh, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. That's why they didn't. I'm telling you, I honestly believe if Miami, let's say they didn't play Miami first and somehow Miami got upset, if they didn't have to get through Miami, they probably win that year. Any team but Miami. But they played Miami.
Especially at the Garden, and they going crazy.
What?
They get the crowd behind them. Carmelo start banging the three against his head. Yeah, it's over. It's done.
Mike Miller.
Wait, I can't see this. Wait, we gotta do some math here because this might be atrocious. The stat might be atrocious from that series. What is this divided by this? Yeah, Carmelo was taking 26 shots a game that series.
Hey.
26.
He had to.
He did not. He just did it.
To beat Dwayne Wade, LeBron.
He had Mike Bibby on that team. Well, he had Baron Davis on that team? Dude, what the hell is this? What the hell is this?
Baron Davis, the old Baron Davis.
Amon Shumpert's, Landry Fields.
But what was Shumpert's? Bro, come on now. You're giving some of these dudes too many credit for 2012 year.
Amon Shumpert, that's when Amon Shumpert's in his prime. That's when he's his prime defender, at least.
Yeah, but defender doesn't get you points.
That is just atrocious.
Amon Shumpert didn't even start that year. He averaged.
Looks like he did.
He averaged 6.8 points a game.
He was 1 for 19 in that series.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like it looks good on paper, bro. But they weren't all in their prime when they were on that team,
dude. So it goes. J.R. Smith took 76 shots that series, and then next was Amari Stoudemire, and then at 36,
J.R.
and Landry Fields at 31, and J.R. Smith took 76. Carmelo took 124 shots that series.
But what was his shooting percentage? Because I'm telling you,
52 out of 124.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like 39%. That's like 39%.
Oh,
what's that? Oh, it's 41%. And he shot 22% from the three.
Yeah, he's a streaky shooter. But you also got to remember he was playing the Miami Heat defense on that 2012 team. That's not this man's that's on LeBron. He's doing that on LeBron because you know LeBron's guarding this man.
Yeah, but then you took a look at Miami and you see that LeBron only took 90 shots. Dwayne Wade only took 85 shots. Chris Bosh took 49. Chalmers 47. Like, it's just different type of basketball. I mean, this series legitimately just proves my point on the fact that you can't win basketball games like that. Now, the only other person, right, that we can compare to Melo and doing that, and it's changed this year, is James Harden, correct? Because James Harden just, as soon as that ball – but I can't talk about that with James Harden. He's evolved. He's dropping like fucking 15 assists a game with the Nets. And he's averaging like 15 points. Like, let the man work.
Yeah, but it's also different because if Melo was a shooting guard or point guard, it'd probably be a little different.
But what I'm saying is that when you're the star on the team, you've got to understand. If you really want to win a championship, you've got to understand, hey, I can't be taking 27 shots a game. I just can't.
But
you know what I'm saying? Like he's got to understand that, like, hey, I know that I can score at this. I know what I can do. I know what I'm good at. But we got to get this offense rolling, right? Everybody's got to be involved because there's never been a team. I don't even know if you could say the Kobe teams or the Jordan teams where that you need a championship team where you need one player taking over 28 shots. Like you just don't. The team works better when that ball's moving.
Look up
the Jazz, for example.
Look up. Oh, wait a minute now. I might have a counter argument to that.
Are you gonna go 2010? You gonna go 2010 Kobe?
No, I'm gonna go 2011 Dirk.
I don't think that he was taking that many shots either, was he?
Shit, I don't know. You're right though, but I'm still sticking by Melo regardless.
I understand it. That's just that I do hate on Melo. I tend to do that to try to keep it away from you. I don't want to.
But
don't want to hate.
That's why he doesn't have a ring, though. I'm well aware. It's just too late now, but at least he'll probably finish top 10 all-time scoring by the end of the year.
All right, so the Dallas Mavericks in that 2011, Dirk was taking 16 shots a game.
16?
In the championship. He was taking.
Well, does it say for the season?
No.
How many times was he going to the line?
Dirk was at the line. He attempted 6 free throws a game. Shot 89% from the line.
I feel like you go to the line 6 times a game and you shoot that well.
Yeah.
Like I don't think people understand. Like if you go to the free throw line and you're a good free throw shooter, like that's
where you get your money.
Well, that's where you get your money, and then you shoot like, let's say like you go to the line like 6 times or whatever, first half or whatever, and you see the ball just going in just from free throws. Like you get the ball like on a set shot or something, like that's easy money. You know what I'm saying? So,
and that
I mean, James Harden, for example, like what he did with the Rockets, like go back to his stats and stuff. He was going to the line like 8 times a game, like something crazy.
Oh my God. Bro. Kobe had 163 attempted field goals in the 2010.
Yeah, I mean, he's just an anomaly, though. That's Kobe. Yeah, that's just Kobe. You
Kobe.
probably find that with Mike, too, I'd imagine, in one of those.
That's Kobe.
Well, I don't think ever. But you're right. I don't think ever you can.
Kobe's different, though. That's just Kobe. When you're a 4-time champion and then you go for your 5th championship, you can take 40 shots a game.
When you don't go to college, you can do that. It's basically what he's saying. You go straight to the league out of high school, bro.
All right, but here's something else that we don't really think about, and this is me defending LeBron. I give 2011 LeBron. I give that. That's just a do-over year, whatever. That sucks. You just erase it. All right, so take it out. But that Mavericks team beat a Brandon Roy Portland Trailblazers, then beat a Los Angeles Lakers Kobe, swept a Los Angeles Lakers Kobe, then beat a KD, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden Oklahoma City Thunder 4-1, and then beat the Miami Heat 4-2. That's incredible. That is absolutely insane.
Who's on Jason Kidd on that team? Jason Terry. Who else did they have? No, they didn't have Jamal Richardson. Who did they have?
They had. Give me a second.
They have James Posey. No, it was James Posey.
Jason Kidd, Jason Terry, Caron Butler, Sean Marion, Tyson Chandler, J.J. Barea, Peja Stojakovic, Sasha Pavlovic, whatever the hell his name was.
That's when J.J. Barea got his little name in the league for a little bit. I remember that. He was going off a little bit. He was kind of like the Jeremy Lin effect.
Yeah, he was locking up LeBron too. We don't talk about that. 2011 LeBron we don't speak of.
Bro, going crazy from the 3-2, like
that might go. That probably is the best playoff run of all time. You beat Brandon Roy, you beat Kobe, you sweep Kobe at that. Swept Kobe and Powell. Not like it was a bad Kobe.
I think it's more the fact that you swept him and it was the second round.
Yeah.
It's not the first round, it's the second round you did that too.
That shit don't happen to Kobe. And then you go out and you beat Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. And then you beat LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. That's insane. That is insane.
My thing is he wasn't on a super team either.
No, God.
That's my thing. Is he did that. I don't want to say by himself, but you know what I mean. Like he was not on a super team.
But that's one of those. It's almost as if it was like Loyola Chicago just catching heat, right? In the tournament, there was just shit was just falling, man. I don't know if we'll ever see a team that's like that again, just because of super teams that are happening.
There's too many.
They'll make a run like that. Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know, man. It could happen. You get a good. The only thing it takes is a good warm up. Everybody feels good atmosphere, and it's just.
No,
honestly, I hope it's the Knicks. I hope it's the Knicks this year. I want to see them go on a run through the Eastern Finals.
Ball.
I know. I'd love to see them win a playoff series. They're over 500. See New York start rallying around, get the Garden. If it came back and the Garden started getting full because Corona's over and shit like that, that's the best scene in sports, man. It's like you get like the Yankee Stadium in October, Dodger Stadium in October, fucking Garden Celtics playoff games, like that's Staples
Hold
Center.
on.
Like those are what we want to see.
Snap.
Oh, we lost him.
We're having technical difficulties. But what's the time? Oh, snap. All right. We need to finish these sports fairly quickly.
Have we gone on?
All right. Well, Calvin is next. And then Calvin is next. And then Calvin's next. And then Calvin's next. And he left.
What's he got? I'm not looking at the doc. I'm pulling
he's talking about the Kyle Lowry rumor where they're saying if you there's rumors that he was out of Toronto.
Once out of I heard that I read that he wanted to go to the 76ers.
Yeah, but then I also read that that was
talking about what's it called?
Yeah, Kyle Lowry. But you saw that report was false?
That he wanted to go to Philly? That was false?
No, the fact that there was a trade rumor, because at first initially when I saw it, it was saying that Kyle Lowry wants a trade, and he would want to go to Philly, and then it came out that was completely false. Because like there's been all these false reports.
Where are they getting all this information from? Like who?
I don't.
How's this information getting up to the grapevines and up to like all that stuff?
I don't know, because it's like official sporting accounts or websites are posting it. Then they're later coming out saying it was false. So I don't know if some reporter heard something and is just trying to make a story or what, but it's getting crazy.
I have a theory for you. And y'all let me know. Can we agree that the Toronto Raptors are a well-run organization from owner, general manager, coach, right? Just straight through, well-run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
76ers, good coach, good general manager, good owner, right? So both well-run organizations, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that trade rumors get out of organizations like that unless they want them to get out.
That makes sense.
I don't think that leaks happen in organizations that are well run. I think that leaks happen in Chicago and Cleveland and Oklahoma City, places that Orlando, they don't have good structure to their organization. But I think if that rumor got out, it's because they wanted it to get out.
I don't know what they'd benefit from though, because the GM said that they're not letting Kyle Lowry go. Like there was no plan on trading him because I don't know what they'd benefit from doing that.
I mean, that's the same thing what they said to Isaiah Thomas, and they shipped him off. So
yeah,
they did.
You really don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's the fact that like he actually talked to like the GM. Like on the phone, said, "No, man, you're good. We ain't going."
Speaking of Isaiah Thomas,
get out. It's good. 3 points. It's out.
Speaking of Isaiah Thomas, are the Boston Celtics just horrible? Are they just a bad basketball team? Is that what that comes down to? They're just bad, and we don't know why.
The Celtics?
Yes. I think they're like 15 and 17 right now.
Is Kemba out?
No. They're full. They got Kemba. They got Jaylen Brown. They got J-Tay.
What are their standings in the East?
I don't know. We can look it up, but I think they're just something's got to change with that team because they're just not good, and they should be good. Kemba's playing horribly. He's playing awful.
Oh, they're 6th.
Yeah.
Miami.
Did I say they were wrong?
Miami made it up to 7th.
Look at the Knicks over 500. We love that.
No, wait.
They're 16 and 17. Yeah, Celtics are 16 and 17, and they are currently
they're tied for. No, they're not. Yes, they are.
They're up on the Wizards right now. But yeah, I mean, dude, I don't know what the hell's wrong with that team, but they should be good, and they're just not.
I don't know, man. It's just shocking to see the Knicks up there.
We love it. I'm a Knicks fan this year.
But realistically, if you look at the East, would you consider this like kind of? You would think this would it be looking like at this time of the year? To be honest,
I mean, you would think the Pacers would be higher, right?
No,
at the 9th seed. By the way, Calvin, your Rockets fell off. Oh my God, they're 11-20.
Who?
The Rockets.
Yeah, man, they're on a 10-game losing streak.
That's brutal.
It's brutal. Not. Yeah, I was telling Finis that I saw something. It looks like they're trying to get rid of Oladipo or like shop around for him. What I was seeing, I don't know if that's what they're doing, but it sounds like that could be a possibility. So I feel bad for that man. He's just been shipped around a few different teams the last year.
Mm-hmm.
Got to the Pacers, started seeing some success, and then he's out.
But, no, I'm always going to say this. He needs to go to the Lakers. Let LeBron get him.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. Give up
Finis, what the hell you got on your face over there, bro?
Arg.
That is hilarious. I think the best thing was that Mitch put on that damn hat and said cap.
Because Finis is over there capping.
Never.
That's too funny. No, but y'all hear about Russell open up that middle school and high school?
I did see that.
Yeah,
man.
See that.
I think it's dope. I always think it's dope when athletes do that type of stuff. Open up a school or something like that.
Give back, man.
And plus, he has a little AAU team, which is pretty nice too. So
everybody's gonna have an AAU team before too long.
Yeah, that's so true.
I might start one.
Yeah,
I can see Finis start on like a 7-on-7 exposure type shit for like football. I can see something like that. Like he trains his athletes and then he like got them on a little team. I can see something like that.
Finis, I do have a question for you before we get away from these sports. I have an NFL football question for you.
Okay.
So I like these reels on Instagram, right? I refuse to download TikTok just because I know I'll waste too much time on it. But Instagram has the reels, which is pretty much the same damn thing as TikTok. Yeah. And so I'll be watching these high school quarterback like 7-on-7s and like the new up and coming quarterbacks. They'll have their highlights on reels, and a lot of them are not in-game highlights, but them training, right?
Right.
So do you think that Patrick Mahomes has changed the game of football? Because when I watch them training or whatnot, they're training like throwing behind a the pitching setup for when you're pitching batting practice. They have that little cutoff thing.
Yeah.
And so they're throwing sidearms around it. They're having to throw it up and over the thing. They're having like their coaches will hold like pads and stuff like that in different angles. So they have to contort their arm more.
Those like mobility workouts with like targeting, I guess.
Yeah. And it's just, I guess they're working on different arm angles just because when you're throwing above the line, you want to be able to get it around people or whatever you need to do, right? So I guess my question is have they always trained this way, or are they training this way because of Patrick Mahomes?
Ooh, that's tough because I know it depends on I know some people have always trained like that, but it comes down to the type of quarterback you are. If you're I'm trying to think
undersized.
No, if you're like a pocket passer, like let's say you have zero athletic ability and you are a pure pocket passer, and when the pocket collapses, like you just take the sack.
Peyton Manning?
Yes, if you're like a Peyton Manning, you're probably not, doing a bunch of naked boots, rollouts, side arms, all these weird angles. You're probably not doing all of that. But if you have the athleticism, I know that they train that because obviously – it's better, if you can do that on top of pocket passing, it's a game, it's a leg up on your competition.
Yeah.
So there's probably more people training. I think he probably impacted in terms of guys that have the athletic ability are more guys are training for it that can do it.
Mm-hmm.
So in that sense, yeah, but it also comes down to just the quarterback.
Yeah, because I see it like that, and like like Steph Curry, right? Steph Curry changed the game from top to bottom, right? He changed it at the NBA. He changed it at AU. He changed it at fucking upward basketball leagues with kids that are 5 years old shooting from 20 feet out, right?
Because that was not even a thing. Like,
yeah.
Before that, it was like Jimmy Fredette, but we see
yeah.
Yeah,
and it's directly attributed to Stephen Curry. I mean, he was the one that did that, and I don't think that there's really been that many. Like, you can look at it. LeBron changed the game of basketball from up to bottom, from bottom top, because super teams became a thing because of LeBron, right? You can say they became a thing because of the Celtics, but fuck the Celtics. That's the most overrated super team of all time.
So it's such a tragedy too. They only won one. With all that,
tragedy. Fuck them. Paul Pierce is to LeBron as Isaiah Thomas is to Michael Jordan. How about that?
Oh my God!
Isn't that a pretty good comparison?
But I mean, it is.
No,
I mean, yeah,
it is, isn't it? Right? Isaiah Thomas still 20 years later talking his shit about Jordan. Right? Still can't get over the fact that Jordan wiped his ass up. And the Paul Pierce and KG. They're the same exact way, right? They're still talking about that team that they had and how they got in LeBron's head, but whatever, right? LeBron did that. MJ did it because he brought the shoes in and it was cool to play basketball, all that shit, right? But I don't think that we've really seen that in football. I think football's kind of been stagnant, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I was asking a question. You think Patrick Mahomes was maybe one of the first people that have legitimately changed the game from top to bottom as far as the quarterback goes?
Yeah, for sure. Other good stuff. All right, Calvin, let's wrap up these sports because we're gonna end up in a time crunch.
Oh yeah. Bro. So, Finis or like Mitch, how often, like, do you how much have y'all been paying attention to college basketball this year?
I am so college basketball illiterate, it's not even funny, but what you're about to say, I agree with 1,000%.
Okay, Finis, how much do you follow it?
I'm following it, but I'm only following SEC.
Okay, so you might have to do it like you might see what I'm talking about. Well, you might or might not. But Gonzaga needs to get out of. I don't even know what conference they're in, but they got to go to the Pac-12 because it's how long has Mark Hughes been there? He's been there for a good minute,
years.
Bro, and they have dominated up and down. And like, even though I would say this year their team is hella good, like probably one of the best teams he's had, he just needs to get out. He needs that. They need to put them in the Pac-12, do something, because what are they 23-0 right now?
23-0. Yeah, they haven't won. They haven't lost a game.
23-0, and most of their wins have been by a good margin, like 10 points, something like that.
I'll have them losing in the Sweet 16 in my bracket.
But here's the thing: if you're winning and dominating like that, why leave where you're at?
Because
I'm saying the committee has to do something like that. Like,
because you said to even. Okay, I see what you're saying. I thought you meant like
because I mean, who else in that conference is competing with them? St. Mary's. They just blew them out.
Yeah. It's the same argument with like Notre Dame and college football. It's like join a conference that's worth a shit, right?
Yeah.
Like, how are we going to make you the number 1 seed when you're playing St. Mary's and high school basketball gyms? Have you seen the gyms that they play in, Calvin?
Yeah, it looked like Ball's Life Hoop Mixtapes gym.
Yeah, like Wilco has bigger basketball gyms than some of the teams they're playing against.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me. And like just a program that's been that well known and has won the conference since Mark Hughes has stepped into the building is just like, come on now. Like, you got to do something. It's like, I got a question actually for you, Fonz. Why did Missouri join the SEC? Like, complete honesty. And do you think that was a good choice?
Well, as a player, it's fantastic because SEC ball is sliding in there. I do know they wanted to. The SEC wanted to expand. Obviously, yeah, for money purposes, add more teams. So I don't know why. I know. Here's what when Mizzou was in the Big
12,
I think it's one of those.
It's Big 12.
Big 12. Mizzou fairly dominant. And so when the SC wanted to expand, they were going to pick 2 teams, add a team to the West, add a team to the East. And so I think the reason why Mizzou got in is because they had a higher academic state. Because it was Mizzou and one other team that was in consideration outside of A&M. It was Mizzou and one other team that was being looked at, and I think Mizzou had a higher.
West Virginia, maybe.
No, I think it was a Midwestern team or towards the West, but Mizzou had a higher academic standard, so that's why they got in. But it's mainly for money because they wanted to expand the conference.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Big news too. We didn't have this on here. That's my bad. Sorry. Real quick before we get out of sports, it's big news is that ABC is finally getting the Super Bowl. I don't know if y'all heard about that, but ABC and ESPN will be. So it's always been, well, it hasn't always been, but for the past like 15, 20 years, it's been CBS. It's a rotation. It goes CBS, NBC, and then Fox, and they just rotate the Super Bowl every single year. Now ABC is going to be in there. So now ESPN is going to be broadcasting. It'll be on ABC, but so like how if you watch the college football championship, you know how they have like all those simulcasts and shit like that. They have like a coach's room and all that shit like that on the ESPN channels. It's gonna be the same way now with the Super Bowl. So they're finally able to broadcast the Super Bowl, which is huge. Big broadcasting, right? Yeah, really. Super Bowl on ESPN is gonna be lit. They're gonna do a good job.
Oh yeah.
But sorry, had to drop that in. Had to inform the viewers.
I hope so.
Yo, so we get into these little TV things and all that.
Calvin, you watched The Night Stalker?
Bro.
That guy was crazy, wasn't he? That guy is crazy.
Wait, is that a movie?
No, it's a docu-series, bro. But that is probably the most creepiest.
Is that the one you told us to watch?
Yeah. Hold on. You gotta talk about what just happened to you. What
the hell was that?
My CTE kicked in. Hold up.
That's hilarious.
Wait. Don't talk about it too much. I didn't watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
We told you asked to watch it last time.
I forgot.
I'm just saying, like,
no MO.
Creepy.
Yeah, that man had no MO.
Right. But my thing is, hey, that man was traveling.
Yeah.
He was traveling. Them dudes said 500 miles. I said 500 miles just to kill somebody? I said,
that's dedication.
Dude was a psychopath, bro.
What? Netflix?
Yeah,
Netflix.
Yeah. What else about it, dude? It's just the fact that like he would just go after just like the most random innocent people. It's just like
there was no like he didn't have a type. It was just whoever he was feeling that night. You could be 80 years old or you could be 6. I mean, he just had no care in the world.
And I don't know, man. And the thing about it too is like, you know how he got caught or whatever, like his friends and stuff is just like, did his friend know?
Yeah, really though. The hell was that guy doing?
I don't know, man. Because as soon as he said, like they said who he was, he started like freaking out. But I'm not gonna give up too much because I don't want Finis to.
Yeah, next.
Calvin, you kind of be watching these shits a lot, like these serial killer stuffs, like that, like the docu-series and stuff like that.
Bro, I just think Netflix just has great docu-series on just crime in general. Like,
why does it doesn't? All this stuff seems like it's in the 70s or 80s or 90s. Why the hell aren't we seeing like? I ain't never turned on the news one day and said, well, the Spring Hill Killer is on his 4th victim. Like, that shit just doesn't happen anymore.
Technology.
Either that or we don't see it.
Technology.
Yeah.
Cameras are everywhere. It's so hard to get away with shit like that nowadays.
Like, bro, like, I don't think people realize, like, you step outside your house and there could be a camera watching you. You don't know shit about shit.
Absolutely.
Like, you just, I mean, people are just more cautious of stuff. So... I mean, back then, you got to think about it. Back then, like I was telling you about that series about the Hotel Sicily or whatever the hell it was last week.
Yeah.
Like, all that crazy stuff that was happening. Like, it was in the 70s, 80s. There's no camera. There's no technology like that. Like, and for somebody to actually, like, see it, like, you have to go to the scene and actually see it. You can't post it on Facebook, which was not a thing back then. So, but, yeah.
All right, next week, we're going to do it. We're going to talk about it because I'm going to watch it.
All right, you
4 parts.
4 parts.
It's 4 parts. Once you watch the first one, you'll be in because you'll be like, "What the hell is this?"
So say 4 hours of your day.
We'll have to do like an episode a day.
Nah, bro, you gotta binge watch it all together, so it just all compiles.
Calvin, I have 4 jobs. I do not have time to binge watch.
I'm talking about like on the weekend,
I'm
like
gonna
a
be
Friday.
I'm gonna be out of town. I'm driving to Missouri Friday.
Finis, if you tell me that you don't have free time one more time and you post another Snapchat story saying that I'm going to be sitting on this couch for the next 7 hours, I swear, dude. I swear.
Facts.
I don't know where you be. I don't know what the hell your schedule is, bro.
That was one day.
I understand how many jobs you have and everything you're doing. It's always, man, finally on this couch and it's fucking 7 o'clock. I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing, man? And it's every night. It's every night. And then you say that
it ain't every night, but it's majority.
And then you're out here saying, I just ain't got the time to do it. I ain't
Bro,
so you have the time to play GTA for 8 hours straight?
Okay, that was forever ago. Okay,
you even played today? You didn't even hit me up, bro. I was feeling a little lonely.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't get on today, bro. I was doing work stuff. I got clients and I'm making these workouts and stuff. I was on my computer all day.
Oh, hey, get your money, fool. I ain't hating. get your money, bro. I ain't hating on you.
Man, that was one day with the movies. I forgot. Honestly was gonna watch. I just forgot. I just completely forgot about it. But I got my sticky note. All right.
Bro. Mitch, you got HBO?
I saw it. I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't a big fan of it.
Okay, I think it was more of
for Denzel. For Denzel, it was lackluster.
Yeah. For all the parts that Denzel's played in the movies, I was just like that was not his.
I expect greatness when Denzel's in a movie. I expect absolute top-notch greatness.
Now, I'm not going to find you going to watch this junk or not?
No, I've been told by everybody that I'm friends with not to watch this movie. Don't even waste my time.
I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah, bro. But the thing about it that pissed me off, they needed so was Denzel's partner the dude that was stalking these girls? Because they never said that at the end.
Yeah,
they never said that at the end. I thought that was going to be like the whole thing around the whole movie is trying to catch the dude, and they never said that. So that's one thing that pissed me off about the movie. I was just like, so the movie ended like him walking to his house, and you see the credits and everything. I'm just sitting there, I'm just like, so what was the whole first part of the movie about then? I was so confused.
I heard it was like I heard the movie was building up to shit and then not shit happens.
It was like, what the hell?
It's like, it might get good. Okay, they're explaining it. Okay, credits.
No, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You sit there and watch the whole credits expecting an after scene or something.
Okay, since he ain't gonna watch the movie, this is what I'm gonna say. What pissed me off. This dude's over there. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'll take you to the girl." They drive all the way out there.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh, she might be here."
No.
She might be here.
Yeah.
Oh, she might be here. I'm sitting up, bro. I'm sitting up in the bed just like this, just.
Like, is this shit gonna get over, man?
What's gonna happen, dude? And the dude end up, smacking him with the shovel. So.
That's funny. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like I wasted a good. And that movie was long as hell. It was like 2 hours.
Calvin, do you finish your? It was so fucking long. Did you finish Oz yet?
Bro, no. But right. I ain't got nothing to do after this, so I definitely am gonna finish
after you're done with Oz, it's time for you to go to Boardwalk Empire. Watch Boardwalk Empire. It's 1920s prohibition shit, and the gangsters that are running like Al Capone's in it. The gangsters that are running like all the illegal alcohol and shit like that, and how they corrupt the city and the mayors and the politicians. It's good. You'll like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Boardwalk Empire. It's good.
How many seasons and episodes?
You got 5, and then it's like 10 or 11 per season. 45 minutes a season or an episode. The first episode's like an hour and 15 minutes long though, but it's good. You'll like it. Shit gets crazy.
Yeah. I'm gonna check that out. HBO got some good series, dude. Like,
it's better than Netflix, man.
Oh, for real?
It's for sure better than Netflix. HBO Max.
Netflix, like series in general, or just the
HBO Max has better series than Netflix does, in my opinion. In my humble opinion over here.
I like HBO Max's older stuff, like The Sopranos, The Wire. I don't know about their new stuff.
Netflix is lacking. They haven't put out anything good in a while, man.
Well, they better because they raised the price on it. So
they raised the price on it again?
Mm-hmm.
How much they want?
15.
Cap. Where is it at?
You better delete. You better delete his membership right now. You know they're gonna take that last little payment out. They say, "Oh no, sir, man. It passed the 15th, the save period."
Dude, there's so many fucking streaming services now. You got Disney Plus, Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, CBS is coming out with their Paramount bullshit.
Discovery Plus.
Yeah, like, what the hell?
Stars.
Man? Yeah, hey, Stars, Showtime.
Comcast, Direct. Bye.
Yeah, really though.
They better disintegrate.
The only people that have cable are people like we have to. You can't not have it. You got to be able to watch your sports.
Yeah.
You have to have it.
But that's the thing though, like it's like streaming services now, like you can have up to like 5 people on it. So really you paying like you split that like let's say like it's like what $100 a month or something. You split that with somebody, paying $25 what for TV?
Yeah,
sign me up, bro. It's easy as that, dude. Like it's an easy finesse. Like I'm sorry.
All right. And by the way, I need to keep y'all updated on this. I got a bet that's going tonight, and we need this to hit.
What is it?
We're getting 110 after this. It is. So I need. Where is the Pistons? I need Jeremiah Grant to have over 20.5 points. So I need him to have 21 points. And it's halftime. It's about to be halftime. He has 8 points.
I'm sorry.
I need him over 18.5. So I need him to have 19 points. And then I need Bam. I need him to have over 20.5, and he's sitting at 8 right now. And then I had JT having under 33, and he's sitting at 20 right now. So we need some of these to hit, man.
Let me make some phone calls. I can get it worked out.
Yeah, we're trying to make some money, man.
I would say one thing about that. Grant is not pulling through for you on that. I'm sorry, but
look at his stats, man. He tends to hit it.
Yeah, but who are they playing again?
The Knicks. That's the problem.
Don't they have the number 1 defense?
Yeah, that's an issue.
Who does?
The Knicks.
Top rated defense.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's up there. It's up there.
I know it was first at one point, but they're up there if they're not still up at first.
They did a drastic change then.
Hey,
Derrick Rose hit a buzzer beater a couple days ago.
Oh yeah.
For the dub.
You know, Trim Perry, I think it's like his uncle's like the GM or something there. Of the Knicks or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. Let me get 10%.
The dinner time? Are we hungry? Oh, it's lunch. Fuck.
Hey, same difference to me.
We eat time.
Yeah, it's eating time.
How much time do we have left before we get kicked off this?
We got a good amount of time. We're at we're solid. We're at 88.
All right, bet.
All right, I got one question. And I already know how Mitch feels about this. Because I asked him this like way back, like when we were back in chat.
All right.
So Finis. And then I'm gonna let you go, Mitch, and get your input. Do you wish there was more male teachers back in high school? And then if you do agree, like what impact do you think that could have been just for like just students or just the setting of school? Or actually, let me ask you this first. How many male teachers have you had in like that you can remember just all through like, let's say like elementary school really don't matter, I feel like. So let's just say high school.
That might be the most important times.
You think so?
Elementary, having that impact, like as a kid.
Okay, yeah. You're right. Okay. All three. Okay, we'll consider elementary, middle school, and high school. So whole schooling.
I think I had 4 male teachers. I didn't get my first male teacher till middle.
Gym teachers don't count, by the way.
Okay, till middle school, I had Mr. Lee. Do you remember?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't go to Heritage.
No, so I'm not gonna know any.
Mitch, you didn't go to Heritage, did you?
I did, Mr. Lee.
You remember Mr. Lee? He played baseball. He used to play professional baseball.
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Lee. Then Mr. McGee? Was that middle school? He taught science. You know what I'm talking about, Mitch?
Mr. Yes. No, Mr. Lee taught
No, Mr. McGee.
Oh, Mr. McGee. I don't know who the fuck that is.
He had a beard. He was tall. Anyway, Mr. McGee. Then I had Mr. Shin at Independence, and I had Mr. Taylor. So 4.
You have Mr. Genter?
Nope.
Take out green binder.
No. But going
That's actually oh wow. That's
what he would say. Did you have him? Did you have him, Calvin?
I know. I would remember.
Oh, that's what he do, man.
Like
yeah. He said that every single class. He said it in that exact same tone of voice too. Anyways, go ahead. Respect to Mr. Genter.
To go back to your question, I don't know. Okay. I don't really know. Like, to me, when I was a kid, it didn't make a shit to me, to be honest. I think as society, it's probably important because you got those kids that maybe don't have a father figure, or even if they do, maybe they're kind of like they need some kind of male guidance in school. But for me, I didn't really,
No, I feel you. I feel you. Like, I just look back. It was just something that, like, I was just looking back at today. I just thought about it, and I asked like some people at work, and they're just like, they kind of thought about it too. They're like, no, I didn't really have too much. So it was just an interesting question, just to just bring up.
As a caveat to that question, I think it had a bigger impact on me if I had Black teachers, especially in the early elementary school.
Yeah,
I think I had from elementary to high school, I only had one.
I only had one or two.
One,
I can think of. I think I only had one.
I didn't have a male teacher in elementary school.
Yeah, it was only one.
I'm talking about like a Black teacher. I only had one.
Yeah,
I've only had one. Now, male teachers, I've had one in middle school. No, 2 in middle school. Yeah, 4. So 2 in middle school that you won't know. I had Mr. Sykes, and then you remember Mr. Sykes, freshman teacher.
Yeah.
But yeah, science teacher. And then who's the dude that used to teach economics?
I don't know. I had Miss fuck, her name escapes me. But I had a female. Have you had any Black male teachers? I haven't.
I had one. I had Christopher Smith at Summit. He's my media teacher.
Okay, Mitch.
Okay.
Culture.
Christopher Smith. That was my guy.
Shit, man.
Yeah.
He gets so mad if you call him Christopher. His name was spelled Kristoffer.
Was he foreign?
Christopher.
No,
That's really how like foreign people spell it.
He balled at Freed Hardman. I think he held the scoring record for Freed Hardman.
Jeez.
Yeah, he was out there in our faculty student teacher game, just out there catching lobs and shit. He was not playing around.
That's actually hilarious.
That's how I'm trying to be.
He said, "Come catch this work, young blood."
Bro, Independence needs to have an alumni game. I'd pull up for that.
That'd be cool.
I would too. Just try to dunk on a teacher that gave me ISS or something.
This is for detention. Poster.
Dude, we get ran. We would get ran if we went and played a high school basketball team.
Who?
Finis, don't even give me that look. Your ass was gassing out after 3 plays when we were playing.
Yeah, because I had
playing basketball.
Yeah, because I hadn't played basketball in months because of COVID. But you give me 2 weeks, I'm straight. What we talking about?
Mitch, Mitch, I got a question. I understand that we had the snowstorm and everything last week.
Olympus has been failing, right?
What do you mean it's been failing?
We haven't been going.
Y'all haven't been going. I've been waiting on a text message from y'all.
Let's run it. I went up there and bought a membership today, actually. So I ain't paying that $5 bullshit anymore.
I bet. Just hit me up.
I mean, you might need to think about doing it, Calvin. It's $25 a month.
I mean, so bro, I got a Y membership.
I know, but if you go to Olympus, if you go 5 times a month, you're paying $25. You know, you feel me? You see what I'm saying?
Something's gonna have to lack.
I know.
He's got to give him some.
Some's gonna have to lack.
You know what I'm saying though? It's like you're already spending the $5. If you go twice a week, then
Yeah, but
that's
check this out. That's
$40.
Check this out. I like working out. The Y's up the street. Olympus is like 25 minutes away.
No, but what I'm saying is that if we play basketball twice a week, you're spending $10 a week.
He's saying you're still going up there paying $5 every time you go. If you do a month membership, it actually save you money.
Yeah,
because you'll spend less. 25 because you're spending 40 right now.
Yeah, you're spending 40 if you go twice a week.
But I haven't been going up there like that lately.
That's it. Well, I've been going up there.
We'll see.
Let's go this week.
We
need to start going on Sundays and shit, man.
I'm gonna pull
Sundays
up.
and
I'm not going on
that.
Sunday. Sunday's my chill day.
Bro, you have a chill day on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, hell no. I get off of work at like 5, bro. I don't want to do shit. It's really Saturday's my really only free day.
Sunday's free too.
Not really.
But anyway,
Cap.
How many you got, Mitch?
I got 2. I'm still deciding between the 2. I got good ones. These are gonna fuck up the head. But
all right, bet. Let me get that. What are these are kind of lame. What's your I don't like these. All right, what's your greatest fear?
Jesus Christ. Here we go. Do we want the philosophical answer or do we want the real answer?
Just whichever one's quicker.
All right. Spiders. I don't fuck with spiders at all.
I hate fucking snakes and I hate snakes.
I love snakes and spiders.
I'm fine.
This weird ass dude.
I love snakes and spiders. No, I can't stand spiders. I'm cool with snakes. I'm fine with it. Snakes over there. But I wouldn't be able to, if there was a spider web in the corner that wasn't a granddaddy long leg, that was an actual spider, and I'm like sitting here in this room, I wouldn't be able to focus on this podcast. I'd just be staring at that spider the whole time. I swear to God, dude, I don't.
You can't lose track of it, huh?
No. We don't mess with spiders. Only spider we like, Spider-Man. Other than that, man, I can barely watch videos of spiders. I start getting.
Spiders. I just flick it, stomp on it. But snakes, oh nah.
Snakes are cool, man. You ain't never held like a boa constrictor, one of those like 12-foot long boa constrictors. Those things are chill.
Are you stupid? No,
those things are chill, dude.
Yeah, they're
stupid, bro.
If they're domesticated, they're super chill. I almost bought a snake 2 years ago. Like
I would not come to your place.
I was this close. Like I'm in PetSmart looking at the snake.
What kind of snake was it?
A ball python.
Oh, okay. So it's not gonna get too big. You get about 6 foot long.
Yeah, it gets 6 feet. Yeah, I guess
it ain't like a reticulated pythons. The one
it gets how big?
25 feet.
6 feet.
Yeah.
But look, so I'm looking at
that thing's bigger than you. That's taller than you.
We're the same height. But anyway, I'm looking at it.
Still to my point.
Look, here's the thing. I'm looking at it. I'm like, $189. I can do that right now. I'm about to buy this snake. And then I was like, I gotta get the cage, I gotta get the mulch, I gotta get food, I gotta get the lamp. I didn't end up getting it. Just because the upkeep of it, I was like, no.
That thing would have freaked Mocha the hell out.
It'll be all right.
Bearded dragons are pretty cool too. A little chameleon or something. Feed it some crickets.
Them bearded dragons that eat Mocha.
So that's your dog though, Finis?
Yeah.
What kind of dog is it?
Chihuahua Yorkie mix.
Damn. He don't make any noise, does he?
Well, yeah, he does.
I ain't never heard him on the podcast.
Well, that's because I put him in a room and I closed the door.
Oh, I gotcha.
So you don't hear no growling in the background.
How do you keep the dog with your schedule?
He's like super low maintenance. I keep his food and water out, and I just take him out when I wake up. One time like midday, and another time when I get back from work.
Does he not? He don't stay in his cage all day?
He doesn't have a cage.
So he just chills.
Yeah, like he's super home trained.
Damn.
I got rid of his kennel forever ago because he doesn't need it ever.
He sleep in the bed with you?
He used to, but he wakes up at like 4 a.m. and starts like playing around and shit. So I had to kick him out. I had to kick him out. I was like, yeah, you got to stay in the living room doing that bullshit.
Finis, I do have a challenge for you. You ever heard of David Goggins?
No.
All right, so I'll send you some of his podcasts. You need to listen to David Goggins because he's just an animal. He's a freak. He's a Navy SEAL. He's just a psychopath. Y'all need to listen to him. It's interesting shit. But he does a challenge. He calls it the 4x4x48.
Oh,
we got to see if you can do
that sounds terrible.
We got to see if you could do that. 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours.
That's a negative because I am not cardio. I am not cardio oriented at all. When I ran track, I did sprints. The furthest I would go was 1 lap. That is it. That's 400 meters. A mile would kill me. No. And I don't
4x4x48.
I would break. I would literally break. Like there's no way I could. Like what enjoyment do you get out of that? I feel like people that run for like just for a hobby or can run for that long yeah, I feel like you're just crazy. Like
something.
Like what are you running for? Are you running from something? Are you prepared to do something where it involves a lot of running? Like what's going on?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just don't.
You do get that runner's high though.
Yeah,
you do get a runner's high after you're done with it.
If you can get to it. But yeah,
I feel fatigued before I get the high. Like shit.
So you ain't gonna do the 4x4x48?
No, I stopped running when I was trying to gain weight. Because running, you'll lose weight.
Well, he said you can switch it out and you can work out every 4 hours.
I could probably do that.
So you work out, but I don't know. Out for like an hour and a half every 4 hours for 48 hours.
Well, the problem is with my schedule, I don't know if I got just 2 days where I can just not do shit but work out.
He runs it on he does it on the weekend. Oh shit.
Well, maybe. But okay, we got 18 minutes. Let me
I need to send you against.
All right. Quick. Actually, this one sucks. Mitch, you go.
All right, this is gonna be fucked up. Yeah, this isn't all right. So we've talked about kind of designer babies, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you could choose for your kid, and would the gender change what you would do? But you get 3 options, right? Boring, stupid, and ugly. All right. Which one would you choose for your kid? Okay. They have to be one of the 3, and then they excel at the other 2. So if you choose that they're stupid, that means that they'd be really fun and they'd be very attractive or pretty or whatever the hell you want to call it. You know, so what are you choosing?
Oh,
out of the 3.
Boring for sure.
Does the gender apply?
What do you mean?
Does the gender apply? If it's a girl, are you choosing different than if it's a boy?
Oh, no, it's the same either way.
Yeah.
So you choose boring.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. boring people are rough, man. That's rough.
I live a pretty boring lifestyle. Like boring is not that bad.
Yeah, but you're not a boring person.
I'd rather my kid be the most boring person ever and be super intelligent and a very good-looking human being than to have it any other way. Because if they're boring, they're also not getting into bullshit.
That's true.
I do not want my kid. Look, you know how college is, right? We've seen some shit. Well, yeah. I do not want my kid being involved with some bullshit.
We've seen some shit
because they're fun to be around. Nah, I don't want.
It's more the people that you're around are having more fun than you are. That's what it really comes down to.
That's tough. I'd rather them be super boring.
Or they just not in their right mind or don't know where they at. So,
okay. I'm going to have one quick one, and then I'll have my last one. So I have 3 today. The quick one is, what's the best advice you've ever received?
Like
networking.
Like life advice, whatever it may be.
Probably networking.
Best advice somebody's told you and said, hey, do this and you'll be okay.
Networking.
Just probably had to go back to my statement last week or the week before that. Just find out information on your own. Like just something that comes up or something, just find the information. Stop listening to other people's opinions and stuff and going off of that. So,
all right.
What's
last one. Mine? Best of life advice that I've ever received? Fuck, man, I'm asking the questions. I'm not answering.
You gotta answer. It's part of the rules.
Yeah, I know. Best advice that I've probably ever received probably is to never talk shit to anybody that you don't know. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty good advice that saved me there. You never know what the hell the other person on the other side is, right? You talk your shit to your boys and stuff like that, but random people, man, you just other than sports, like because it's just part of the culture of it.
Because you just don't know,
wet on the court sometimes, but yeah, you just don't know what that person's been through. You don't know that if he's a psychopath or got that trigger in him that,
or if
it's not even that,
or if he's gonna stab you, or
if he's trained in MMA.
Yeah, I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying like from like a job standpoint, like you might talk shit to somebody and then like you might apply. They might walk in the room and they're just like, boss. Yeah, and you're like, oh, I remember you. Nah, you get the job. You've been there for a total of 5 minutes, bro. They already said no one. You didn't even get to state your name or get a handshake.
The position has been filled. Go.
Yeah. All right, last one. I think this is a pretty good one. We've all been through it. Does the American college system make sense? And
in today's world, no.
You can take it any way you want to. Yeah, any way you want to, right? You can say that the student loans don't make sense. You can say it in the student loans. You say the student loans make sense. You could say that the fact that we're sending 18-year-olds to all go live with each other and make decisions together at 18 years old is just not the best idea in the world, or whatever. I mean, if you really look at it, a lot of people that go to college, myself included, I went through the stage of this. It's just a drunken summer camp. That's all it is. And it's for some reason socially acceptable to just to be out drinking on a Wednesday night. It's like, oh, you're in college, you can do that, So it's like, does it make sense to have 18-year-olds all pulled together and say, go have fun? Or you could take it from the money standpoint that we're paying fucking $6,000 a year or a semester to attend school. Shit we can't pay.
I mean, I think college, like, now that I look back at it, I think college, like, bro, it's just like, it's more like you go there and you go for the experience, but also in that 4 years, it's just like, that's kind of like your trial run to meet people before you actually get out into the world and stuff. And I don't think people really understood that, like, until like actually they got out and they're just like, oh shit, only thing on my resume I got is I graduated from UTC and I don't have anything else to put on my resume, So like, I think it's the fact from that, because like once you get there, like obviously most people go to schools where like their friends are going to, somebody they know. Very few people I feel like are just like, I'm just going to duck off and go to this random ass school, So I just feel like if you do go to college, I say my best advice to people is like, if you do go to college, probably don't go where your best friends go, because you're going to stay by them probably like the whole time, or something might happen. But if you go to a school where you are forced just to go out and meet people because you don't know anybody there, I feel like that's just kind of just a better result, I feel like. Or it could be a bad result. You get in with the wrong crowd, but you just got to be, that's on you at that point. You got to be smart.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't. I mean, there's parts of it where I think it makes sense, but then there's also parts where it doesn't make sense. The fact that you're going to college, and you pay for school to learn something to set you up for you to have a career makes sense. The fact that you could spend like tuition at Missouri if you're out of state, it's like, I think $36,000 a year. Like that's for 1 year. You're talking about a 4-year program. That's a lot of money. That's ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. But the system, the structure of college, to go there to learn, to educate yourself for a specific major, to go for a career that you want, it makes like obviously like go to school to become a doctor. That's very important. It makes sense to pay a certain amount of money to go to school to learn how to operate on people to save lives. That makes sense.
Yeah.
The fact that you could spend your whole life trying to pay that off doesn't make sense. The fact, like you said,
Yeah,
your brain's now fully developed for your decision-making part of your brain, the frontal part, isn't fully developed till you're 25. So you send off people that are 18, underdeveloped brains, by themselves on their own to university all together. The same people with underdeveloped brains in the same place making decisions for themselves. You're right. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But it's tough. But as a whole, I would say it doesn't make sense as a whole.
I agree with you what you're saying. It's like from what, and I don't know if Calvin would agree with this, but like, so an engineer, I want the engineer to go to college for 4 years and it to be really fucking hard.
Yeah.
And to him figure it out and then him go get a job afterwards. I want the doctor to do that. I want the lawyer to do that, right? But Calvin, me and you, what we do, I work in IT, right? And I'm in an entry-level IT position. Calvin, you're more on the business side of things. You work in a more typical type of business, right? And the headhunters and all that shit.
I mean, it's like I work in the IT field, but it's like recruiting. I don't know how you would classify. I guess you could say it's kind of like business and like IT recruiting. So it's a mixture.
Do we need college? Did we need college? Maybe we needed college to progress.
No, there's some people at my job that didn't. I don't think that. I think at the minimum that they might have, I think maybe associate, so they don't have a 4-year degree. Not trying to shit on them or nothing. I'm just saying.
No,
you know.
Yeah,
but like it's just
we don't need that.
You don't. Well, especially in today's world, like you can go sign up for a tutorial for a class for like some odd dollars or whatever, and then get a certificate, and now you're qualified. You know,
for sure.
Yeah,
and it's so I feel like college should be, and we're pushing it on kids, and we're pushing it on every. And whether or not, I know Indy was probably the same, you'd have the teachers that would say, like, most of the teachers would say, like, listen, you don't have to go to college or whatnot, just go to the workforce, trade school, all this stuff, like, blah, 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 right? But at the end of the day, they would say that, but at the end of the day, you'd be like, fuck, I need to go to college or I'm going to amount to nothing, right? Yeah. Like, that was the thought process, even though they were saying, it was almost backhanded. It's like, well, you could not go to college, but you need to go to a trade school or the workforce or blah, 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 blah. It's like, I think that I have to go to college. And that's what 17-year-old me is thinking, right?
Yeah.
And then the kid off to college, right? And parents can't afford to pay for the college. So they're getting $5,000. It costs $5,000 to go to UTC just for tuition, no room and board and stuff like that. So $5,000 a semester. And you're telling that 18-year-old kid, hey, this is what you need to succeed in life. And you've got to go into debt to be able to pay for it, right? So it's like they don't have any other options, and they're making these decisions. I don't think it's small.
You know what's fucked up though too that I'll say is that I did a little research one day because Chance, he went to trade school and everything like that. Like the positions and the money you make in trade schools compared to like somebody getting straight out of college, there's a huge difference in pay.
Oh yeah,
like those people are getting like.
They're coming out at like $22, $23 an hour.
Yeah, something like that. It's crazy. And those programs are 6 months program, maybe a year. Yeah. And I'm just like, all right, like, maybe like it's like what's really going on here, Like,
but it's like then you look at like Finis and it's like Finis is gonna be an astrophysicist, like astronomer, astrophysicist. Is that what it is?
Astrophysicist.
Yeah. I want you to have to go through 9 years of school. I'm sorry. Right. That's just like that is what you need to do, right? Like I don't want the people that are studying the stars to be fucking 3 years into college and be like, oh fuck, I'll be an astronomer, and then 4-year degree, and then they're all of a sudden like, it makes sense for some professions. Like I want my scientists, I want my math kids, I want them to have to go through. I want it to be brutal. I want it to fucking suck for them. I'm so sorry, but like I want it to be awful for them, right? I want it to weed out the people that don't really want to do it, and then that way our country or society has the best of the best in those fields, right? But like a business, going to work for a business, 2 years associate degrees, hell, even working within the business at an entry-level position. I didn't know shit about IT, and now 4 months later, I'm starting to get more versed in it and understand what I'm doing. And it's like, I feel like that should be the norm, Yeah.
And the crazy part is that I think this number might be wrong, but it's like 70% of people don't even use 70% of people that graduated college don't use their degrees. It's like 70 or 80%, which is even the fact that they spent so much money for school, that comes with stress, the hardships, the debt to get this piece of paper to not use it.
Yeah,
that's even
it
crazy.
Makes no sense.
None.
It makes no sense.
None.
So to answer my own question, no, I don't think the American colleges unless you're a doctor, astrophysicist, maths, engineering, all that shit. Yes, I want it to be brutal.
I'll say one thing.
I want y'all to look up about college.
I want y'all to look up countries overseas, like their like policies with school and how like they pay, how the like government pays for their school. Like just look it up, bro. It's crazy. You're just like, damn, bro, why can't we get that over here? Like
they're robbing, man. And no offense, it's because and it starts with the fact that there's so many. We have a whole podcast about this because you can get me fired up about it because there's just so much worthless shit that colleges do. There's so many worthless institutions within the colleges, like all this different centers that we had and all this shit that only like 4 people use. But for some reason, my tuition money's paying for that I'm never going to use, you know. And then you look at it and you look at Tennessee paying their coach $6 million over 24 years. And or 24 years over 6 years. So like, I get that the football brings in the money and stuff like that, but fuck, dude, like, come on now. We really need to be paying these people that much money. We really need all these different organizations set up.
Yeah, I feel that.
All right, we got 3 minutes and 30 seconds for outros.
Here we go. Calvin?
Do what you got to do and stay out the way. You already know.
Mayonnaise, sour cream, Chick-fil-A sauce is the shit. Get you some Zach sauce. That's good. It's good for you.
This dude with his cool ass with the glasses on.
Y'all heard it here. It's the second episode, semi-live on the YouTube channel. If you are listening on the podcast channel, y'all check out the YouTube channel. You can check us out at the THE Finis, FINIST. Check us out there. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. We appreciate y'all listening. Stay tuned. This is the Guardians of the 615. You're going to get right or you will get left. We'll see y'all next week. Deuces.
That was the best one yet. That was good. that was good, Finis.
Thank you. All right, y'all. I'ma strip the wealth, even if I touch a meal. And do it through the pain, I don't need the pain. And life won't get me down, but it won't break my will. Cause I've been chasing this so long, I can't give up. I won't give in, been through too much. I done prayed for the money, I done prayed for the fame. I done prayed that I will make a sacrifice and play this game. I done prayed that my life would never be the same. I done prayed